Hi, I'm Dr. Katrina Kuzishin Jones of KKJ Forensic and Psychological Services in Durham. And a lot of people come into therapy because something has happened in their life. So today I'm going to talk about forgiveness. First, I want to start off by saying that my opinion is that forgiveness really is for you. It's helpful if you can forgive other people in your life, if there are relationships that you want to maintain or that you need to repair. But really, forgiveness is about finding a path to decrease your anger, increase your happiness, feel less sad and resentful about what somebody has done that has been harmful to you. This can be something that's a slight that has occurred at work. It can be something that's a bigger relationship issue. Maybe somebody betrayed you. It can also be something that has been very harmful in your life. Um, Having some abuse in your past, or perhaps having something traumatic occur in your adulthood. So, of course, your path to forgiveness is going to be different depending on what you've experienced, and it's going to be more or less difficult to manage depending on whether or not you have somebody in your life who is continuing to be in a relationship with you, or if you have to engage with that person. So, this is just a general way to think about how you might work your path through forgiveness. There are 4 stages of forgiveness that I would want for you to consider. The first is really about uncovering your anger. It's figuring out, why are you angry? Are you dealing with your anger? Have you tried to avoid it, and how have you avoided it? Or are you fully experiencing your anger and it feels like it's overwhelming? So it's really doing an assessment of what is going on with your anger. Once you have processed that, and that can take quite a long time, particularly dependent on what has occurred, then we would want you to move towards deciding to forgive. So the way that I look at it is that forgiveness is a choice. We don't have to forgive, but the benefits of forgiving people, really, if there's a relationship that you want to heal, then it can benefit you in that way. But it's really about benefiting yourself and feeling, again, less angry, resentful, sad, and bringing more happiness and joy back into your life. So, deciding what hasn't worked in the past, if you've tried to work on forgiveness, what you've tried that hasn't been useful to you. Decide that you are going to begin the process, and then decide how you're going to go about that. Do you need to do that with a friend, a family member? Are you somebody who likes to journal? Do you need to pray? Do you need to, attend therapy? Do you need to commune with nature? How do you need to go about that to get yourself in the right space? And then it's really the work on forgiveness is the next phase. Work to understand what happened. Believe it or not, work to have compassion both towards yourself and the person who has been offensive to you. Trying to accept that pain is a part of life. This is a really big, difficult kind of hurdle for people to get over. That all of us experience some negativity. Everything's on a continuum. Some of us are, frankly, a little bit luckier than others that we don't experience the same kind of intensity of pain, but we all experience pain. It's part of life. How do you accept that pain as a part of life rather than trying to keep yourself from experiencing that pain? And then it's moving into discovery and release from feeling like you're trapped in an emotional prison. That might be that you discover why it has been meaningful to you to feel like you're suffering. We often make it mean something. Does it mean something about ourselves that's either positive or negative? Does it mean something about the other person who has offended us? Realizing that you need to forgive in order to feel better about your life and move forward. being able to recognize that you're not alone, and that can be really helpful. So again, we're looking towards who can you enroll to help you in this process. It might be a therapist, it might be somebody at church, it might be a family member or a friend. And then finally, finding some way to have this be a positive growth experience and create some new meaning and positive movement forward in your life. Again, that's not to suggest that any of this is easy, but it can be helpful to assess where you are at in your process. And if you think it would be helpful to go through this with somebody else, we're here for you. And we would like you to reach out to us. Thank you for listening and hope you're doing well.